Howdy, welcome back to the shop. Today we're going to make a indicator clamp, or actually the clamp we're going to make will clamp onto the 10 millimeter rod. So we're going to make that in two pieces. We're going to make the inner piece and the outer piece here. And here's some crude little drawings that I've got sketched up. This would be the inner piece, and this will be the outer piece. Now, when we get these made, I'm going to make this piece, leave it attached to the parent stock, bore the hole with this piece attached to it. And that way it'll guarantee that these are on the same, they're lined up. And in order to make it clamp, after we get it bored, then we're going to turn an additional, 100 thousandths of an inch off of this shoulder, cut this shoulder back over to here. And that way it'll have clearance in there that when you tighten down the nut on the end, it'll clamp it together. So the first thing we need to do is make this piece right here. This is the little collar. Pretty standard stuff. Let's get going. Okay, so we've got a piece of 3/4 inch bar, or round stock in there. And this is something I rescued out of a dumpster at the feed store. Pretty sure it's just cold rolled steel. Don't know for sure. It's obtainium. So we're going to do our through bolt, or through hole. And I've got an 1/8 inch spot in there. And we're going to do our 17/64ths, probably about 1.5 inches deep. And I'm just going to measure that with the graduations on the quill. Nothing fancy. Okay. We're a little more than 1.5 inches deep. That's plenty deep. Now I'll change out and put my big drill in there and we'll drill some more. Okay, so now I'm going to take my 37/64 bit and I've got it touched to the end of my shaft here. It's reading 7/10 of an inch on my quill. I'm just going to run her in until it's 1.7 on the quill. So that's simple enough to do. So we've got 1.7 showing on our quill here. I'm going to leave the quill where it's at, slide the whole thing back, and now I'll measure my depth again. And I'm going to hold this to where the straight part, I can feel everything bottom out. Holy crap. I gotta measure that again. Huh. Okay, that's better. I knew I didn't have it exactly an inch. 984 is close enough. This doesn't have to be exact. I'll just reach up in here and deburr this. And now we'll part it off. Okay, to measure this, to part it off, I've got my parting tool touching the very end of it. And just a very light touch that I can feel. And that brings me up to a 0 on this 2-inch travel indicator. So I'm going to back out. Now I know that parting tool is 71 thousandths thick, so I'm going to run her over 71 thousandths. There's 71. Now I'm going to reset back to 0. Now I'm just going to step over 1 inch and 200 thousandths. There's 1 inch, 1 and 1, 1 and 2. Now I can double check myself with my cow lickers. Yep, pretty close. So, gonna part her off now. Not bad for just goofing off in the shop. And that wasn't even a critical dimension. So here I've got another piece of obtainium, and I'm just surfacing it off, getting it straight, slick, somewhat, and we'll get it slicked up, and then we'll just measure it, see where we're at, how much we got to take off. Okay, I marked this, I've done my math. Looks like we need to take off about 13 thousandths. So I'm just gonna go in 13 thousandths. There's 12, there's 13. Okay, I was aiming, and I got this at 578 thousandths dead nuts, because I hadn't checked. My 37/64 drill bit was actually drilling just a hair over 578 thousandths. Sometimes they drill a hair over, sometimes they drill a hair under, and you just gotta check it and find out. But 578 thousandths is a pretty good fit. I'm gonna go ahead and file this. This piece, this first 1.5 inches is actually gonna get turned down to 1/4. So I'm just gonna file this whole thing down and keep miking it and checking it and making sure. But we'll get it filed down and we'll start turning down the part we're gonna thread. Okay, so here I've got my carriage indicator, and we need to step over 1.8 inches. There's 1.1, 1.2, 1 and 3, 1 and 400 thousandths, 1.5 inches, 600 thousandths, 700 thousandths, there we go, 1.8 inches. So what we just stepped off with this shoulder right here, that's 1 and 800 thousandths from this edge to this edge. And I'm just going to turn this all down for 1/4 threads. This end over here I might actually leave just a little bit high, but over here will be just a hair underneath 1/4 inch for minor thread diameter or major thread diameter. Okay, so we got her turned down to a little under 1/4. I put a little bit of a taper out here on the edge of this with a file. Now I'm going to take one of my cheap dies, it's 1/4 die, and 1 inch wrench. And I'm just going to kind of eyeball it for straight. Okay, that's started on there now. Let's give her a little oil. And we'll spin some threads up on that. So here's our collar. There's our piece with the threads cut on it. And we have got a nice little low fit on that. That's a good fit. Now my next step is to put a little angle on the end of this, and what I'm going to use is just the end of one of these three-cornered inserts with the pointy pointing out straight, kind of like a thread form tool. Well, I may not be smart or handsome, but at least I know how to do that. All right, I've done some calculating, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up and step over from this surface that way 5/8 of an inch to center my hole. And I think that's going to give me a little bit better result than any other method. So, and that's part of the reason I left this shoulder fairly square. I just knocked the burr off of it. So I've got me a little bushing made that just fits up on here, covers up my unthreaded portion. I'll stick a nut on this and we'll clamp her down in the mill table here in a minute. One other thing, this is my #1 chuck jaw here. Probably can't see it due to the glare, but this is #1. And I have taken a flat file and right up next to the jaw, I've made a little bitty mark. Don't know if you can see that, but that gets my orientation, gets this piece back in the chuck, the same orientation and the same depth. That way I can get a little bit better repeatability out of this 3-jaw chuck. So on second thought, it's getting dark, I'm getting tired, the chickens need put up, and I'm ready for bed myself. So I think we're going to leave off here, and we'll work on this thing tomorrow a little bit, piddle around with it, do something. So, you know, everything to do with the like and the subscribes and all that. So thanks a bunch for watching. Y'all drive safe. Watch for deer. Hey, chick, 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 chick.